Morning. All right, let's do this. Okay, doke. Okay, so let's start with the meditation today. We're gonna take a seat. So, again, with meditation, you can lie down or sit down. Oh, let me just make sure the sound's good. Yeah, I'll just come back and check. Cool. So, let's start with the meditation. So, let's take a seat here. You can sit down, you can sit on a chair if you want, you can sit on the ground. If sitting up is difficult for you for whatever reason, feel free to lie down. That works too. Just try not to fall asleep. All right. So if you're sitting, lengthen your spine. Try to sit up tall. And the first thing you want to do is take the pelvis and tilt it forward just a little bit, a forward pelvic tilt. All right. So your navel moves forward. So the back sacrum, lower back area moves forward. Okay? And then lengthen the spine. Soften the shoulders. If you bring a little bit of a light arc in the lower spine forward, then the shoulders should be able to drop back more easily. Then close your eyes, or you can have your eyes open if that's more comfortable for you. And I always like to wiggle just a little bit in the beginning just to get settled in my body, just to find my body. And so as you wiggle your body side to side or forward back, feel the spine. Say good morning to your spine. Hello to your pelvis and legs. And begin to feel the hips, the legs, and the lower body. And we're going to start by anchoring the body into the floor and getting grounded first. So whether you have your eyes open or closed, bring your awareness and your attentiveness down into the lower body. And as you do so, I'm going to invite you to take a nice exhale and breathe all the way out. Remember, it's okay to breathe out of the mouth too. Good. So if your awareness of mind drifts, which it might pretty quickly, bring it back to the legs, pelvis, lower body, moving from our thinking mind to the feeling body. And just noticing how the lower body feels today, this morning. And just noticing the contact between the body and the ground, the cushion. Just maintaining that awareness. So when we hold our attention on the lower body, on the ground this way, and we keep it there, we can call this concentration or staying practice, right? You're learning how to stay connected, stay present continuously over time. And in our world, we're getting distracted and stimulated constantly. So the attention and awareness becomes very unstable, right? It moves all over the place all the time. So these practices that train us to bring our attention to a point or a place, location, or an object, and maintain it over a prolonged amount of time, although it might be uncomfortable or difficult, is a really good practice in training. And of course, remember, depending on how your week was, how your day was, how often you've been practicing, you may notice a lot of fluctuation in this ability to do this. So don't worry and just do your best. And again, just returning to the awareness of the ground, pelvis. Take another deep breath, long exhale, breathe all the way out. And as you're doing this, also just check the rest of the body and see if there's tension in the body. Begin to release that tension. Begin to let the body surrender to the ground more and more. Good, and we'll spend about another 30 seconds here. So if the awareness drifts off, bring it back to the pelvis, the legs, the lower body. Grounding, stabilizing, settling. Allowing the awareness and the mind to show up in the here and now, in the body. Good. And just notice the breath. Maybe watch the exhale next time around. Breathe all the way out again. All All right, and let's bring the palms together in front of the heart now. And now that the body has become a little bit more grounded, see if the body feels a little different now. Just notice how you feel. And then from the base of the pelvis, from the pelvic floor, maybe bring awareness there for a moment. Begin to lift the spine and the core of the body upwards. So you're elongating the spine, but not just the spine, also the whole torso. Everything around the spine gently lifts upward. Right through the crown, crown reaches up. Draw the chin back just a little bit to open up the back of the neck. Give you a little side view. Pelvis tilted forward, lower back forward, lifting, chin slightly tucked, base of the skull, drawing up. And then bring awareness right through your midline or center line. Allow the awareness to hover or hang out right around the midline or center line of the body. Then take a breath or two here. Excuse me. It's a little chilly this morning. Now, as you're sitting here, if you like, call upon some support or help for your practice. Some of us have a belief in God, or we have a relationship with spiritual teachers, maybe our ancestors, just inviting the unseen field of help and consciousness into our practice. And we'll also dedicate this practice today to all the beings out there who may be having a hard time or who are struggling. Maybe you know some of those people right now in your life. Just wish them well. Dedicate the amazing positive energy you generate through your practice today to those beings. Okay, so from here we're going to do a little bow in to begin the practice. Welcome to your practice. Let's stand up. So taking your feet just a little wider than your hips, bend the knees. We're going to start with the hips. Hands on the pelvis. Begin to rotate the hips in circles. Bend the knees a tad bit here. And see if you can bring your consciousness, your awareness, and your mind down into your hips. If it helps, close your eyes. And try bending the knees. If your knees feel okay, I want you to bend your knees a little bit more and really push into your hip joints. Wake those hip joints up. So the awareness opens up in the pelvic region. Now take a nice deep breath and make a little sound through the mouth on the exhale. Another ha sound if you like. And reverse. Going the other direction. If your balance is stable, eyes are closed, awareness on the pelvis and hips, feeling the hips and the pelvis as you rotate. Allow yourself to really get into the feeling of your hips here. Connect with the body, dropping into the experience of your feeling body. Good, nice. Walk your feet close together. Let's work into the knees. So if your balance feels pretty good, bring your big toes together. And if that's a little wobbly, then bring your feet a little further apart. Bend the knees and bring the knees together. Take your palms, cup your knees with your palms. Slowly begin to rotate those knees in circles. So it looks like this. And go slow with this. Just feel your knees out. Again, bring your awareness down into your legs and feet. If your balance is good, close your eyes. Otherwise, keep your eyes open. And bring the awareness, consciousness down into the knees. Feel those knees. Take a breath into your knees. We're massaging the knee joints through this movement. Good, and reverse. So today's theme for the practice is clearing energy and grounding, centering actually. So we're going to do a bunch of exercises to clear stuck energy, turbid energy, stress from the body. And then we're going to do a bunch of exercises, energy exercises to center our energy. Very useful if we're feeling a little out of sorts, a little unbalanced, a little stressed out. All right, bend and straighten the knees. Lock the knees back, bend the knees. You might hear a little snap, crackle, pop as you do this. Quite normal. But if you're hearing a lot of that, you may want to do these joint exercises more frequently. So the joints literally are the juncture points of all the body parts. So they make a big difference in your mobility as well as the flow of the life force or the qi. Come on back up. Shake the legs out. When I used to go to Tai Chi class with my teacher, we would spend almost half the class doing joint exercises because of their health benefits and because it also helps loosen up the body and improves the qi flow. So from here, roll the ankle. So you can have your big toe on the ground and roll the ankle this way. If you want to lift the foot off the ground and roll the ankle, feel free to do that. Take a breath. If there's something you can lean on, feel free to do that. If you want to work on your balance, go for it. Good, and reverse. Take a breath. Stay with the body. And release, switch it up. As you're rotating the ankle, send your awareness down through the leg, into the foot and toes. The simple act of bringing your awareness down into the lower body or towards the ground has a grounding effect, has a centering, stabilizing effect on the subtle body and on the mind. Reverse. Nice, and release. Shake the legs out. Right, come back to standing with the feet a little wider than the hips. Bend the knees a tad bit and close your eyes and see if you can feel your legs and pelvis more now. Take a breath or two here. And we're going to do a couple more things to open up the legs. So take your palms, rub them together. So first, we're going to take your hands right below the navel. So find your belly button and go a couple inches below the belly button. Okay. Then you're going to take your hands, place them right on your lower belly, and you're going to start tapping. Okay, this is in the space right beneath the belly button, the lower belly. So you can start nice and light. You're going to bend the knees and sink into the hips so you're in your core. Obviously, you're going to firm up the core just a little here and push back out against the hands as you're tapping. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Long exhale. Bring all of your awareness and bring your mind into the lower belly where you're tapping. And we're inviting the energy or the qi to move into the core area of the body, the dantian, what's called the dantian. So dantian, you might hear this a lot in Qigong and Tai Chi. It's a Chinese term that means the field of elixir. So where energy pools or collects. In the yoga system, this spot is called the khanda, the cauldron. Good, squat a little bit deeper. Now try striking a little harder if you're warming up, if it feels good. So I learned this from the Korean Taoist when I was studying with him. Great way to strengthen and wake up the energy flow in the pelvic region in the dantian. Good, and then rub the belly down, take a nice deep breath. And then from here, let's start tapping the core. We're gonna go around the hip, side of the hip. So let's just strike the side of the hips for a second here. Right through the side of the TFL area. And then you're gonna go right around the back of the hip and strike around the top of the glutes. And then work your way down the leg. So now here the fingertips are on the back of the leg, the palm is on the side of the leg, the thumb kind of wraps around through the front of the thigh. So the hands are right around the side of the leg, cupping the leg on the way down, right over the tops of the feet, coming up the inner ankle, inner leg, inner knee, inner thigh. Go right to the belly again. And then we're gonna go wrap around again, hips, side, back of the glutes, stimulating the flow of the channels and the meridians, opening up the energy flow in the legs. And back up the inner leg. So now let's split the meridians here. So let's go down the back line, down the bladder channel, right from the butt, down the hamstrings, back of the knees, calves, all the way out to the pinky toes. Come back up again. So on the way up, we're stimulating the kidney, the liver, and the spleen meridian channels. Then we're going to go down the side, down the gallbladder, right to the side of the leg, through the IT band, outer knee, peroneus longus, back up the inner legs. And down the front, down through the quads. So a little lateral, a little to the side on the quads. And down across the side, the lateral side of the tibia. And back up the inner legs. All right. And release. Shake it out. Again, just stand, bend the knees, and just feel your body now. It's a good workout for your arms too, yeah? Bend the knees a little bit, ground into the feet. See if you can feel your legs and lower body more. Just notice a difference in the sensations. Circulation. Again, feel the body. Take a breath. All right. From here, bend those knees and begin shaking. So keeping the heels on the ground, we're simply bending and straightening the knees and attempting to relax the body here in the movement, including the arms. So begin to let the arms bounce and shake. Take a nice deep breath in, long exhale. Surrender the tension in the body. Imagine you're dumping all the tension from the body into the ground. Now feel free to make a little sound again. Inhale. All right, if you're at home, no one's there, just let it rip, make a little sound. Let go of the tension. So the idea behind this exercise is just simply to release whatever residual tension you have in the body still left stuck from the week, from yesterday, letting it go. Gonna bring awareness to the feet, melt the feet into the ground, soften the feet, unclench the calves. Then bring awareness up into the knees, soften your knees. Let go of your thighs, jiggle the thighs. Yeah, see if you can feel your quads and hamstrings melting off the bones. And then the hips, move the hips, jiggle your hips. Now as you come into the pelvis, lower belly, lower back, take another deep breath in. And make a little sound on the exhale. Again, inhale, nice little guttural sound from the core here. Good, into the upper belly, mid-spine, take a nice deep breath in. Don't be shy. Inhale, upper belly, mid-spine. Okay, releasing the diaphragm here. Now breathing up into the chest, upper back, neck, shoulders, and then shake the arms out. The energy goes down the arms, out the fingertips. Can you feel that? Inhale, again. Shaking it out through the fingertips. One more. All right, now let's ramp it up just a little. So if your body is a little more relaxed now, make the shaking a bit more rapid. Let the base of the skull, right through the top of the neck, release. Let the head move around a bit here. So the neck, base of the skull releases. Whole body shaking a bit more intensely. Let go of the jaw. And shaking a little bit more intensely for the last 10 seconds. Make a little sound. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Pause. Keeping the knees slightly bent still. Maybe closing the eyes. Weight into the center of the feet. Relax. Just noticing the body, noticing how things feel. Letting the breath be relaxed. Pausing, resting, noticing. Next, bring the arms up. Straighten your legs out on this one. You're going to open up the rib cage, fill up your lungs. As you exhale, bend the knees. You're going to drop into the feet. And then release the arms and let the arms swing. So same idea here. We're releasing tension down, dispersing that tension down into the ground. Again, inhale, lift, and drop. Inhale, and drop. Inhale, and drop. Exhale. And feel free to take this at your own pace. If you want to go a little slower, faster, up to you. Inhale and drop. Again. If you like, do it a couple times with your eyes closed and see if you can feel the body releasing tension on that exhale. Bend the knees, drop the body weight into the feet, into the earth on your exhale. Inhale. Let the shoulders go. Let the arms swing. Wrists relax. One last one. Inhale. Sweet. Next. Take your feet a little wider than your hips. Bend the knees. Practice this first. Shift the weight from one hip to the other. As you shift the weight from one leg to the other, turning the hips right through the hips. And then twist the spine, swing the arms across. Notice how my arms are very relaxed and totally passive. Start nice and easy and slow. Take it easy on the knees. Push your knees outward so they don't fall in when you twist. You don't want to rotate the knees here and hurt them or bother them. So keep your knees bent, push your knees out to the sides. Rotate from the hips, not through the knees. Rotate through the spine. Now as your spine starts to warm up, turn the head and the spine a little deeper into the twist. Again, keep your knees bent and slightly squatting through the hips, grounding into the feet. And if you feel comfortable with your balance, close your eyes. Meditate on the central channel or the spine area, right through the midline. Notice how you're massaging the spine in the midline here, releasing tension and stress stored up in the core and in the spine. Good. Turn your head side to side. Keep going. I'm just going to check on things, make sure everything's okay. All right, looks like everything's good. Keep going. Check on the neck. Now see if you can rotate a little bit more through the mid-spine and the upper spine. Those areas can get really tight if you're sitting a lot on your couch, watching too much Netflix, or staring at your computer screen. So lengthen the crown up, rotate, bring the twist into that mid-spine, upper spine, into the neck. Turn the chin across the body. Keep going. Take a nice deep breath. Feel the body. Stay with your body. Feel your feet. Doing great. Make a little sound. If you notice yourself getting a little tense in any of the exercise, just make a little sound through the exhale, through the mouth, and release the tension. Sink back into the feet, ground into the earth. Nice. A couple more rotations. Almost done. And pause. Take a moment and just stand again, and let's go to Wuji stance. So the feet are a little wider than your hips. Again, bend the knees. Drop the tailbone slightly down. So you're tucking the pelvis and moving the tailbone down ever so slightly, not a lot. So it pulls you down to the posterior line. Then you tuck the chin, lift the crown. So this should create a two-way action where the pelvis is drawing down while the crown reaches up. And this will elongate right through your central channel in your spine. And rotate the tip of the elbows out with the fingertips pointing down, palms facing back. A little hollow space in the armpits. Shoulders are drawing down away from the ears as the crown reaches up. And the fingertips are also gently pulling down. And if you close your eyes, you might feel a nice elongation to the inner body. Place the weight in the center of the feet. Knees bent, tailbone down, chin tucked, crown up. Shoulders down, hollow in the armpits, palms facing back, fingertips drawing down. Feeling the space between the tailbone and the crown elongating. Opening the breath into the center line, weight into the center of the feet. Notice how the body feels now. Great, and relax. Shake the limbs out. Next, we're gonna do what's called channel dredging. So this exercise might seem a little strange for people who don't understand Chinese medicine or who have not been exposed to energy or meridians. But what we're doing is tracing the meridian lines in the body. So from a Chinese perspective, what we're doing is removing the stagnant energy in the meridian channel and opening up the flow. If you want to look at it from a Western perspective, you are massaging these different fascial lines, and actually just rubbing or massaging fascia releases them. So you're going to start from the inner arch of the foot here on both sides. You're going to start from the big toe area, and you're going to slide up the inner leg like this. So I'm reaching down, I'm bringing my hands right into the insides of my feet, around the inside of the big toe. I'm sliding my hands up from the big toe up to the inner ankles, up the inside of the calves, inner knee, inner thigh, over the pelvis and belly area. Now, as I come up to the upper abdominal area, I'm going to slide my hand across this way. This gets a little bit complex. So one hand, notice, is coming under and tucking under an armpit this way. And this one, the top arm, the elbow is going to lift, and the other hand's going to slide right up against my armpit here. Oops, sorry. This one goes like this. Not fingertips in here, but against the outer shoulder, front of the shoulder. Now from here, I'm going to slide my hands, my palms down the inner arm. So it's going to come right through the inside soft part, the not tanned part of the arm, right? On the bicep on this side. And you're going to come down the inner arm and stop when the wrists overlap. So not before the palms overlap. You're going to grab, pull, and release. So what we're doing here is we're dredging the meridian, grabbing the energy and releasing the energy. So you're going to start again from the big toe, arches of the feet, come up the inner ankle, inner calves, inner knee, inner thighs. Come all the way up. Hands go across. Top hand against the shoulder, inner arm here. The other hand right up against the armpit. Do your best. Slide. Stop at the wrist. Grab. Shake it out. Again. So imagine you're combing through the meridian, combing through the body, and taking all the tension and stagnant energy out, turbid energy out. Stop at the wrist. Pull. Release it. Again. So this is one of the exercises that over time, as you begin to feel energy more, it'll make more sense. For some of you who are practicing, you might already be quite energy sensitive, so this is a great one to do to clear your energy after a long day at work, seeing clients, or teaching a lot of classes. One more. And release. All right, next. So that was for the yin meridians. Now we're going to do the yang meridians. So here, the hands come over the outer arm. So we just did the inner arm. We're going to clear the outer arm. So the hand comes over the outside of the wrist, and this one on the bottom side goes over on the outer wrist, on the top arm. You're going to slide to the elbow, shoulder, over the neck here and head. Come over the neck, over the chest like you're in a shower commercial of some sort. Over the hip, down the outer legs like we were tapping earlier, all the way to the pinky toe, and then pull up and release. Again, outer wrist, slide down outer elbow, outer arms, shoulders, neck and head. Extra credit if you look up and look sexy as you come down, over the chest, over the hips, down the legs, all the way to the pinky toe, pull it up, and release. Okay, one more time again. Well, let's do a little, maybe like 4 more rounds here. Inhale, and back down. Exhale. Pinky toe, pull up, and shake it out. Keep going. If you got it down, just keep doing a bunch. I'll go a little slower for some of you who are confused. Keep going. The hand rotates here, down to the pinky toe, pull energy out. Release. One last one. Grabbing all the stagnant energy, tense energy, turbid energy, releasing it, pulling it up, inhale, and let it go. All right, now check it out. See how you feel after that. See if you feel any different. Nice. Next, let's do old man tide pool. So this is another exercise that might seem a little strange because we're making sounds as we move, but this exercise was designed to release stress and tension and stagnant chi or energy in the organs. So we're specifically going to be working with the lungs, the heart, and the spleen. So let's just do the movement first. A couple times, you're going to bend the knees again, squat into the legs so you're grounded. Bring the arms up with the palms facing towards the body. As you inhale, you're going to bring the arms to like a 45-degree angle. So just around here, not all the way to the side, just around here. As you exhale, you're going to fold over, and then you're going to swing the arms like this. As you do that, you make the sound okay, inhale, breathe in and down. Inhale, fill up your lungs. So the sounds we're using here are called healing sounds, and they're used to release energy from the organs. So that's the first part of the exercise. The second part of the exercise, we're going to go up with the arms, curl the fingers as if you're holding these very delicate young chicks in the hands you don't want to crush. So there's a little space in the palms. You curl the fingers, you lift the chin up because you want to open up the pathway through the throat from the heart. We're going to clear the heart by making the ha sound. Keeping the you bring the hands down. Ha. And as the hands come down by the throat, you slowly lower the chin to a normal position. And then next part, you take the elbows, you pull them back, you fold the rib cage onto the organs, making the spleen sound. So there's a physical compression of the organs here. Again, inhale, chin up, curl fingers. Head neutral, and chin down and curl. Like you're doing a crunch. One more. Inhale. So when you do these exercises, you want to be very enthusiastic with the sound. You want to feel the vibration targeting the organ. And I'll make another video breaking this exercise down at some point in the future. But you want to feel the sound actually vibrating the region of the organ. So if you notice me, I'm changing the pitch of my sound. Ha, hoo. So let's start from the beginning. What you're going to do is 1 repetition of the lung sound and 3 repetitions of the heart and spleen sound. Inhale. Lung. Clearing lungs. Inhale. Clearing heart. Clearing spleen. Again, inhale. 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. From the beginning, again, imagine the organs releasing turbid or stuck energy. And go, lungs. Inhale. Heart sound. Inhale. Again. From the beginning, lung sound. Inhale, heart sound. One more. We'll do one last round. Bring the arms to 45. Rolling the spine up. Inhale. Curl fingers. Inhale. Last one. Palms facing down, press down. Do 1 slow pull down heaven exercise. Reach the arms up, inhale, looking up. Turn the palms facing down. Exhale, bend the knees, squat into the hips and feet lightly, and then push the energy down and ground the energy. Settle the energy again. Settle the chi. All the way into the floor. Awareness extends into the feet and ground. Hands to the sides. Wuji stance again. Turn the palms facing back. Bend the knees. Drop tailbone. Tuck chin. Lift crown. Again, tailbone down. Chin tucked. Crown up. Shoulders down. Palms facing back. Hollows in the armpits. Fingertips drawing down. Now bringing weight into the center of the feet. And just noticing how you feel now. See how you feel around the chest and abdomen, especially right around the organs. See if you notice any difference in sensation. Many people report feeling lighter or clearer. Some people might feel more tingling in the body because the chi is flowing better, more warmth. Sweet. And relax. Again, shake the limbs out. So that would be our clearing portion of the class. So just to review, we did a bunch of shaking, dropping and releasing, twisting, releasing the spine, unwinding the tension in the spine, loosening it up. We did channel dredging, clearing the meridians, tapping, get the chi flowing to the lower body, dantian striking. And we did the old man taipo for clearing the organs. So you should feel quite different now. Now we're going to do some exercises to move some chi and then center it. So from here, bend the knees, squat into the legs again, and feel the hips. Drop the tailbone just ever so slightly. So remember, you don't want to go too far like this and round the back. Okay, slight tailbone tuck. From here, we're going to take the hands, we're going to sink into the ground. Imagine you're going to scoop the energy from the earth beneath the feet and draw it up, in from your pelvic floor, up into the core. And then as you exhale, slowly bend the knees, squat into the ground again, and release gently back into the floor. Parting the hands, bringing the arms up slightly. Now again, inhale, gather from the root, pull up. And exhale, sink. And release. Go slow. Take care of your knees. Nice and easy. Inhale, lift, draw the hands up. Breathe up from the pelvic floor. Pause. Bend the knees. Slowly release through the core and the legs, grounding, sinking into the earth. Again, gathering from the earth, breathing up from the feet, up the legs, up the pelvic floor, right through the center core. Exhale, sink and release gently. Again, inhale, draw up. Pause at the apex of the in-breath. Exhale, release. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Again, if I'm going too slow for you and if your breath is becoming a little constricted, just breathe naturally. Don't force the breath. And if you're controlling the breath too much, exhale, release, and you're getting a little tense at all, that's a sign that you need to just relax and let the breath go. Your breath will become deeper and longer over time with practice. One more. Inhale, draw up. You can see if you can really feel the energy rising. Pause and release. From here, turn the hands up, turn the hands down and root. So like a mini pull down heavens. Next exercise, inhale. Turn the hands right around the chest collarbone area. The elbows lift, bend the knees, sink lightly. Center, root. Turn the palms up, lift. So you can straighten the knees a tad bit here. Turn the palms and press down and root. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. Knees straighten a bit. And gentle bend. Real easy on the knees. Exhale, sink. Couple more. Inhale. So you're gathering your energy right into the center line and rooting it into the earth. Like you're taking a post, dropping it into the earth. Imagine there's a hole in the ground, your central column, your spine is like a pillar that you're pressing and sinking into the ground, right down through the tailbone, through the pelvic floor. One more, last one. Inhale, and exhale, sink. Good, relax. Take your hands back out to the sides with the palms facing back. Fingertips drawing down, elbows a little bent, hollow in the armpits, shoulders down. Tailbone down, chin tuck, crown up. Weight into the center of the feet. And just notice how you feel now. See if you feel a difference from the last two exercises. The last two were grounding exercises, so just notice if that created a difference for you. Next, shake the legs out, take the tension out of the knees. So we'll move back into doing another circulating exercise to get the chi flowing through the whole system now after you've grounded. So this one's called rowing the boat. Real simple one, but very powerful. Bend the knees, curl the fingers, Drop into the ground again. Imagine drawing the chi or the energy from the earth up through the legs. Pull the hands up by the hips. Breathe up the spine. Chi comes up the spine. Draw the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, right behind the front teeth, top front teeth. Extend the arms forward. Knees bend again, sinking, bringing the arms all the way down. Side view. Curl. Inhale. Lift. Up the spine, out the crown, arms forward, knees slightly bent, sinking. Inhale. Extend forward. Sink and bend. Breathe out. Exhale. Curl from the feet. Inhale, breathe up the body. Out through the crown. Energy extends forward, sinking, exhaling. Circulating the chi. Inhale. So along with the movement, if possible, you're attempting to move the awareness in a circle, in an oval, down into the ground. Awareness comes up the legs, up the spine, inhaling, breathing in. Awareness moves out of the head, into the sky. Awareness, as you exhale, moves down the front of the body, knees bent, sinking into the feet lightly. Rooting into ground, breathing in from the earth, back up the legs, back up the spine. The energy comes out at the crown, extends forward, and we sink. At this point, if your system is becoming more calm and steady, try going really slow for a couple rounds. Maybe even closing the eyes. Try practicing the movement as a moving meditation. For some of you, if the chi starts to flow pretty well, you'll notice that the feeling of the movement will change from you moving the energy or the body to the momentum of the chi mobilizing your body. It's a really strange feeling, as if you're a marionette and you're being moved by the universal energy. And you're just watching passively as the body moves. So some of you might have that experience. If you are starting to have that experience, just notice that. Surrender into it more and allow the movement to happen. And for some of us, we may still be efforting a little bit more here and imagining the breath coming up and the chi coming up as we inhale, pulling it up a bit, and exhaling, releasing down through the front, pushing the chi down. That's fine too. Couple more. Either way, try to go slower. Do a couple rounds slower. This will be our last one. And as you come down, go slow. Watch your hands go even slower, slow-mo. Now, as the hands come below the chest, begin to turn the palms towards the body and bring the hands right beneath the navel on the dantian point that we were striking earlier. I'd like you to bring your hands right in front of the dantian, bend the knees lightly, close your eyes, and locate your awareness right in that lower belly. Center the awareness there. So, in Japanese martial arts, the dantian is called the hara, or the belly. And it's the center from which we move and explode. It's the storehouse of power. And in Taoist practice, at the end of practice, we always bring our awareness and our chi back to the dantian as a way of storing the chi and centering ourselves. Now, as you hold your hands in front of the dantian, again, check the knees, make sure they're slightly bent and you're not locking the legs out. So you're maintaining a nice connection, a flow from the dantian area through the legs into the ground. If your balance is pretty good, you can close your eyes and bring the mind and awareness down into the lower belly. Even if it's difficult, do your best. Just begin to direct the awareness down into the lower belly and hold it there. We're just resting in the lower dantian for a minute here before we do another exercise or two. And see if you can feel the body settling, the nervous system settling, and the qi centering itself in the dantian. Now see if you can feel the breath opening up into the belly. For some of you, this will be possible. For some of you, it may not. So simply work on bringing awareness and directing it down into the dantian, below the navel. If you need to, you can also physically touch it too. Find the belly button and just rub the spot beneath the navel. Generate some sensation so you can bring, excuse me, so you can bring the awareness down there. Okay, holding here for another couple rounds of breath. Opening awareness and breath into the belly. And relax. Straighten the knees out for a moment. Just rub the belly down for a moment here. So we'll come back to dantian in a second, but let's just rub the knees down and take care of the knees because we've been standing a lot. So I want you to take your palms and just rub the inside of your knees vigorously, getting the qi flowing through those tendons and ligaments. And then rub beneath the knees. And the side of the knees. Back of the knees. Rub vigorously so it generates some heat, friction. And then rub above the kneecap. All right. See if your knees feel a little better after that. Okay, next. So from here, very similar to a pull down heavens. Let's go slow on this one, the first round. So turn your palms facing towards the ground. I'd like you to bend the knees again, feel the earth. Exhale, ground your body into the earth. So the more you do the Qigong, you'll begin to feel this quality, this feeling of releasing tension in the body into the earth and releasing and letting the body weight surrender into the ground. So we call this grounding. But it's literally connecting the structure and architecture of the body more into the earth. It'll generate a sensation and feeling quality of stability and calmness. So notice that. For some of you, you may notice an increased sense of stability and calmness currently from the exercises we've done. And because throughout the class, we've woven in different exercises that release the energy down. Next, bring the palms facing up and raise the hands up to the level of your head. Gaze forward and open up your peripheral vision. And allow the awareness to open and expand through the field. So you're seeing if you can visually capture the side walls. And for some of you who are fairly cultivated, you can even go beyond the walls into your neighborhood. Good. And raise up. Inhale. Turn the palms facing down. I'm going to squat a little bit so you can see me. So notice my palms here are overlapped, but they're not touching. And the center of the palms are facing the crown. I'm imagining a laser beam of qi coming down into my crown through my palms. And then I'm guiding the qi down my forehead, over the bridge of my nose, through the tongue that I have pressed up against the roof of my mouth, to my chin, down the throat, chest, upper belly, lower belly, and pausing briefly at that lower dantian point, and then sinking to the pelvic floor, and then releasing. And repeating again. Inhale slowly, gathering the qi, collecting from heaven, and then overlapping the palms at the crown, and guiding the qi down the midline. Forehead, nose, tongue. Go slower if you need to. Chin, feel each spot. Throat, chest, upper belly. Again, we're not touching the body here. All the way to the dantian. Pause, and then release. Inhale. Palms overlapping at the crown, guiding the energy into the crown. Use your imagination. Good. The force, the qi, coming into the forehead. Bridge the nose through the tongue, chin. Slowly guiding throat, chest, upper belly, lower belly. Release. Couple more. Inhale. collect to the crown. Feel the crown, and then guide the chi through the head, right through the midline, nose. Right. Imagine there's a channel flowing from the top of the head right to the center line of the body, in the front of the body, all the way to the lower belly. And that's the channel called the conception vessel or conception channel, the Ren channel, that we're guiding the chi energy through. And this helps the energy descend from the head, releases headaches, tension, neck shoulder tension, too much thinking, stress and anxiety. Releases it. One more. Inhale. To the crown, and then guiding forehead, nose. Feel the energy descending. Chest, upper belly, and now lower belly. Hold it there. So the hands are hovering right over each other. Palms, the center of the palms are overlapped. And the hands are hovering right over the dantian, a couple inches below the navel. Again. Take a breath there. And exhale. Take your hands to your lower belly, rub it down. Massage lower belly, wrap around the waist. Rub the kidneys, lower back down. And use your heel of your palms here and vigorously rub the lower back, around the spine a little here. Close your eyes and breathe into the lower spine. And release. Shake it out. All right, so let's end with a seated meditation. We got a couple minutes. So if you want to sit down on the ground or on a chair, if you want to lie down, if you're tired, that totally works. And I'll give you a different meditation if you're lying down. So if you're sitting, once more, lengthen the spine, close your eyes, drop the shoulders, tilt the pelvis forward. And as you close your eyes, just notice again how you feel, if you feel any different. Taking a moment to savor the effect of the practice is very important because our subjective experience is relevant here and allows us to really see the fruit of our practice. This inspires us to come back. So just take a moment to feel, notice. And see if the body is a bit more relaxed. Is the mind calmer? Now, whether you're lying down or sitting, overlap your palms and place the hands right on the lower belly. Again, right on the dantian area, beneath the navel. And if you can muster up a smile, and you can even just do it in your mind. If it's hard to smile right now, just imagine someone who you know has a really sweet smile that makes you feel happy and warm inside. And then send that smile down into the belly, down into the dantian, beneath the navel. As you do that, can you gently breathe into the belly? Sending that warm, golden smile into the lower belly. Breathing naturally. A warm smile that radiates kindness, gentleness, care. And as you smile down into the lower belly and breathe gently into the belly, allowing the rest of the body and the mind and the system to just soften and melt. A couple more rounds of breath here. We're almost done. Nice. And take your hands off. Rub your palms together. Warm up the hands and just rub your face down. Crown, the head. Massage the back of the skull. Squeeze your neck. shoulders. And give your heart and belly a little rub. So overlap the palms, not overlap, sorry, one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Just rub the chest and belly down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale long, make a little sound again. And brush down. Rub the lower back down one more time. Vigorously rub the kidneys. Deep breath. And then rub your thighs down. Circle the knees with the palms. Rub your knees down one last time. All right, and we're done. I hope you feel a lot better. If you enjoyed this class, enjoyed this session, you think it'll be helpful for someone, please share it and spread the word. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.